Hi there, music fans. Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Steven, and today I'll be talking about the latest release from Canada's very own Honeymoon Suite. The album is called Wake Me Up When the Sun Goes Down. This is the follow up to their fantastic album Alive, which I believe came about 2 years ago, produced by Mike Crumpus. And on this album, I'm going to have to say he found a great balance of bringing the old signature sound from Honeymoon Suite into the modern age, making them sound contemporary, fresh, vibrant, and it didn't sound contrived or forced. It just felt like a natural progression. So I was looking forward when I heard they're coming out with another album right away, pretty quick. I was really excited. Here's the booklet. Really looking forward to it. Heard Crumpus is back behind the board, so I said, okay, great guy. He did a great job on that album. And then I heard I Fly. And I kind of went, doesn't sound like Honeymoon Suite. Then I heard Way of the World, and I go, great rocker. Doesn't exactly sound like Honeymoon Suite. Stay This Time reminds me of Honeymoon Suite. Abrupt Ending, though, I reviewed the track on here. It just ends really weird. I never understood that. So I picked up the album, been listening to it for a couple of days, and I'm going to say good parts about it. This is probably one of the hardest rocking Honeymoon Suite albums since their heyday. Great guitar playing throughout, the drumming, you name it. It is in your face. I like that. It's a great rocker. If you're looking for a great rock album, this is it. If you're looking for a great Honeymoon Suite album, if you're a long-term fan, this may be a head scratcher on a couple of songs. You'll be going, who am I listening to? And that's my issue with this album. Second thing about this album I don't like, it's really short. I think all the songs are 3 minutes and 45 seconds. So with 10 tracks, and this costs $26 plus tax, it's a little expensive and it's a little short. So I felt a little shortchanged on that. Favorite tracks, I'm gonna have to say Crazy Life and Unpredictable, which are a little less produced and are kind of bluesy and gritty. And I like that live in the studio sound, or that impression that it's live in the studio. I like that a lot. Those songs stood out for me from the first listen. For the other tracks, Every Minute is very interesting. A nice tempo changes, a Beatlesque opening. Very great track. I like that. The album closer, Ever Leave You Lonely, is probably one of the closest sounding to Honeymoon Suite you're going to hear on this record. And Stay This Time, again, is a solid track. It's just that abrupt ending again. I thought YouTube made a mistake and just ended it funny. It just ends funny. And I think it needed a little something. Other than that, it's a solid rocker. Again, Crumpus, I think his only misstep is not bringing that classic Honeymoon Suite sound into the modern era like he did on Alive. That's the misstep on this record. There are a couple of songs that you're going to scratch your head going, Theory of a Dead Man? Is that who I'm listening to? As opposed to Alive, when I put it on, one of my buddies heard it go, oh, is that a new Honeymoon Suite album? If I put I Fly, they're going to go, who is this? So again, if you're a long-term fan, you may scratch your head on a couple of tracks, but still a solid release. And again, one of their rockiest albums in their career. So if you want to hear them rock out, this is an album for you to pick up. If you think it's going to be like Alive, where it brings that classic Honeymoon Suite all the way through, you may be slightly disappointed in that. So it's hit and miss depending on the tracks. But that's my opinion. I'll put a couple of songs down below. You let me know what you think. Have you heard of this band? Do you remember Honeymoon Suite? They were one of my favorites growing up, so I'm a sucker and I'll pick it up. You let me know what you think. Share your thoughts with us down below. I'll do my best to respond if I can, if I have the time. And if you can, hit that like button, subscribe. It would mean the world to me. This is Steven from the Aroundtable with my thoughts on the latest release from Canada's very own Honeymoon Suite. And I'll be seeing you soon, guys.